Hi, this is John, host of MGTOW is Freedom.
And here we go.
Hello, Manic Asylum here. New format. Want to go a little bit into MGTOW. If you don't know what MGTOW is men going their own way. Yeah. A lot of men out there are a little bit sick and tired of the way they've been treated by not only, women themselves, but the family court systems and things of that nature. So this is I suppose the response to such things. So we're gonna go into that a little bit, and this will be a somewhat brief video, I believe. I'm not sure how long this is gonna span out to yet. Still kind of working on it. So roll with me, ride along with me, and I hope you enjoy the ride. Hit me up in the comment section below what you think about this whole debacle, this little quagmire we're in. And let's get right into it.
Hi, this is John, host of MGTOW is Freedom.
From vagina.
For years, she's known who I am and what my name is. And she's a little older than me. She's pretty attractive. Got a nice rack. Pretty friendly. Never really thought anything about her. I'm not interested in her in any other way other than just she's something to look at, and she's the postal lady. So I go into the post office. I get a card out of my box. It's a delivery that I need to sign for. So I'm standing in line, and I'm just minding my own fucking business. And there's a short lady up in front of me. When I'm contemplating my package, and I hear her say, "What does it cost to get a new key made for my post office box?"
Something tells me you
Shit,
contemplate
I didn't
your
know that you had to
package
pay for
there
that. I just
quite
figured they'd give you a new
often,
key.
sir.
The lady says $40, the postal lady. And the other one goes, "Oh, okay, well, I lost one. I guess I'm going to have to pay for it sometime." Said, "But it's good to know how much it costs." So it was a fair, straight across the board, simple question. Can I buy a key? What does it cost? Yada, yada, yada. Well, the postal lady, get this. The postal lady says, "Well, it's good to know, because if you ever have to, you can get the keys changed out to get back at the bastard." And I just fucking, what the fuck was that about? This nice lady that's always been polite, always been nice, always been kind, funny, remembers my name every time, said something as feministly cuntish as that. Cuntish as that.
No. Not feministly, venomously. Because you know damn well women can be venomous. They can be toxic. Very, very, very fucking toxic as to do things like that. They are very passive aggressive people, right? Okay, that doesn't identify women. That is not what they are as a whole, but they can be.
Said something as feministly cuntish as that. The lady wasn't complaining about her boyfriend or husband. She was minding her own fucking business, just trying to find out what a key costs. And the other lady had to throw that shit out there in front of me, her male coworker, the other guy in the other line, and the other two fucking women in my line behind me. They had to listen to that shit. They had to hear, "Oh yeah, get back at the bastard." I don't ever fucking hear men talking about women that way. Just saying right off the bat, dump the fucking cunt. Right? Making that presumption. Here on MGTOW is Freedom, we talk about stuff because that's exactly what this channel is about, protecting yourself. But this was a chance meeting in public. Two strangers, not even talking about the subject matter, and it just fucking flew out of her mouth. Flew out of her mouth. What do you guys think of that shit? Do you see that type of shit all the time? Now, my package that I was having delivered is very valuable, and I have many of them coming to me all the time.
I bet it
is. So I did not want to start a fight with this bitch, because she might lose my fucking packages that are valuable. So there was no need for me to have a personal confrontation with her, but I watched the confrontation develop in the woman in front of me's mind. Her head was shaking like this, no, you know. And she just wanted some fucking key, but the other lady was pressing it. Maybe she was just joking, but I have noticed over the years that women don't just joke. They know what they're saying. They know why they say it. They're very aware of everything men say because they hold every fucking thing we say against us. The only time they forget is when they know it is self-incriminating and they'll get in trouble for it. Otherwise, they fucking remember everything.
How long have we known that this is the way a lot of the time that women operate? How long have we known this? We have known this for quite some time, you know. This is not breaking news, you know. Women are there's a phone there. Women are passive aggressive by nature. That's how they work, you know. We know this.
Period. And they'll hold you to it, to the fucking letter. But the moment they need to forget, or they're going to get in trouble, or it could cost them something, they'll fucking forget shit left and right. But they know exactly what they're saying, and it's only very rarely that they say something stupid where you go, that's it, there's the door, bitch, you're out of here. That is why they control relationships. They masterfully play men. They masterfully play the part of the victim.
Sir. Women control relationships because you allow them to. And I don't mean that you let them. Oh, I'm going to allow you to do this. No, you allow that. You don't set a precedence when you first get into the relationship. You don't set that precedence where you say, hey, listen, this is the type of guy I am. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be in the kind of relationship where we're consistently bickering at one another. I am my own man. I am my own person. You know, let's become a team. Let's work together. You know, the redundancy of just arguing over simple shit, and couples argue, it's fine, but don't allow somebody, and I don't mean this just from from women, I mean this from anybody at all. Don't allow these people to get in your head and toy with you. This is the recipe of a weak man. This is what weak men do, right? When I first met my wife, I laid everything out on the line. When we first met, we lived next to each other, right? And that's how we met. Our kids played with one another, right? And we eventually met, and we would. It started out as us going on walks together. We would walk her dog, and on these walks, we would talk. We would have a discussion, you know. And I would tell her my first thing. I have a history. I have a history of drug abuse. I'm an ex-convict. I've been in prison. I'm a convicted felon. I laid everything out on. I gave it to her on a silver platter. Here it is. Here's what I was. Here's what I'm trying to do. I'm not a perfect man, right? And you have to do things. You have to lay all those things out to make sure you're a right fit. All right. And as the relationship proceeds, then is when you set these precedents. It's early in the relationship that you have to do these things. You have to set the precedents of you will and will not just allow yourself to be involved with. I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you walk all over me. I'm not going to let you manipulate me. And to some men's defense, they are not very. They can't pick up on things as some others could, you know. But it doesn't take a broad intelligence to understand. Hey, something's not right here. I feel like I'm being fucked with. You know, you don't need to be a genius to figure that out. You know what I mean? Don't tolerate it. Just don't stand for it. You know, there's this guy on on YouTube. He starts all of his videos out with MGTOW, and he lives with a woman, and that is complete. Just the woman is trash. She's a complete trash human being. She's a shitty fucking person, right? And he makes these MGTOW videos while living with this woman that is just treating him like shit, and that is like the exact, that is the picture of it, of what it is and what the problem is. And it's like, dude, you want to fucking take him and you want to shake him and scream at him, bro. You know, it's not jumping off of a cliff to step out of a relationship. And I've said that many times in my own relationship. And it's not like I was in those situations. I have a great woman, and she wasn't there. But I have never been afraid to pull out if we were in those kind of situations. And if it got to that point, I have never been afraid to pull out. I've never been afraid to pull out. I've never been afraid to walk away, right? You know what I mean? It's not these men that are standing by this MGTOW movement, right? They don't understand what it is to be a man that knows how to communicate, that knows how to stand up for himself, that knows how to walk away. Now, I'm the kind of person that, you know, when I first heard about MGTOW, I was like, oh, okay, because I always believe things are genuine. Well, when I first hear them, okay, this is a genuine movement, right? Because there are issues. There are insane issues. The courts are often on the woman's side. When you get married to a man, they give you the ability to take a ridiculous portion of his money by way of alimony, and that's insane. That's insane. All right, because we have in society today, we have lost the idea of personal responsibility. Like, okay, if you're gonna split up, and then there are these things that are there's a bit semantical, right? The nuance of, you know, why are we getting a divorce? Things aren't black and white, you know what I mean? But there is a lot of unfair shit that go on with these things. A lot of unfair shit, especially when it comes to parenting, you know. You know, I know a lot of guys that, first of all, ending up in jail because you're not paying child support is a fucking travesty. You should not be jailed. You know, jail, we have lost our way of understanding what jail means. Well, why you need to be in jail. It's because you are a threat to society, right? You are a threat to your community, and that is, you can argue with me all you want to. That is what jail is for. There is no other reason to lock somebody in a box other than being a threat to themselves or others around them in the community. No other reason. Okay? So not being able to pay something, that is fucking insane. And also, by the way, newsflash, if somebody's not paying something, see, I think either they're stupid or they make the assumption that you're just willingly not paying. Because for those guys, those poor souls that can't pay, that can't afford it, okay, they're getting their license taken away from them. And these are guys that maybe have a job driving, need to be able to drive to get to work. I mean, is this problem solving? Huh? Is this approaching a situation to help solve the situation? No. Well, what this is an invasion of privacy on the people that are going through these things. It's fucking madness. And We all need to learn how to communicate with one another. I mean, I don't think that we need mommy and daddy statism, mommy and daddy state to come over and say, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. We all need to learn how to figure shit out for ourselves and come to a clear, cut, and dry understanding of what needs to be done and what is fair for all parties involved. Not just one, not just the other. But for MGTOW to be a response to it, or extreme feminism to be a response to it, is absolute insanity. It's extremist behavior. And it's irrational behavior.
They play the guilt card. They play the shame card. They play it all masterfully because women are taught and raised. They are groomed to play social games with other women, with men, with groups, with individuals, with the young, with the old, everyone in fucking between. They are masterful manipulators.
Well, most of it is playing the victim card, and that's not just a woman thing. That is a society thing. We have gone to this place in society where everybody wants to be a victim rather than a survivor, which is why I'm consistently trying to put it in my kid's head. Listen, don't be a victim. Don't allow yourself to be a victim. Be a survivor and be a problem solver. Take what you have, figure it out, work it out, move on. Don't be a victim. But people like the sympathy. People like the oh poor me. People like to be cradled and coddled and kitten gloved, you know? And it's pathetic. It really is. It's not a good look.
And that is why a piece of smooth skin in the form of a tube with some hair around it is the tool that they can so readily use to ensnare men with that fucking hook that's in the pussy. You're fucking hooked.
Hooked pussy.
What a fucking racket. Feminist confrontations, guys, I can tell you, can be had all the time.
See, he's looking at sexuality and human relationship as a racket. Like as this thing. Just keep going.
Fuck. You tell them go fish. You fucking ask the question, make them expose themselves as a feminist and move on until you find one that isn't. And that's a damn fucking hard job. And even then, here's an extra warning. Bonus. You can get yourself a fucking unicorn. What you think is a unicorn. And with the batting of an eye, they can be converted like a fucking vampire with a bite to the neck from another vampire into a feminist. How do you think it is that a girl can be a decent little girl and the next day she's a fucking battle axe wielding cunt out to destroy men because she's been told some feminist bullshit, some indoctrination, some propaganda, and she believes it. And then she runs with it.
But that you have to watch out for echo chambers. All right? Because that happens often. You have somebody that's like, okay, they're on board with you. They're thinking reasonably. They're thinking rationally. They're thinking logically. And then they get into this feminist echo chamber. And next thing you know, you're on the fucking chopping block.
And then she sees if it's accurate, if it's true, if it works, if she can control men, if she can take their shit, if she can get free shit from men. If she can get all the cock she wants and all the money she wants from men, they're fucking ruined right there. What a dangerous fucking world that men have to live in. Not only do we have to worry about other men fucking with us, because all men are not good. I'm going to say that right here and now.
What a dangerous world for men.
They'll fuck your shit up, but at least they're fucking honest about it.
Listen, we get the shit end of the stick that a lot of people don't realize. But that poor men act, it's not going to fly. It's not going to work well, man. We need to be stronger than that. We need to stand up and say, listen, this is what's going on. It's not quite right. I understand that there are other issues at hand as well. There are other people that are suffering for other things. And there are also other people that are inflating things in their own head that aren't even fucking real. But the poor man, the poor me thing, it's not going to work, all right? That's another reason why you ended up in MGTOW.
Even the ones that stab you in the back, you know they're your fucking enemy. They're just stabbing you when you're not looking. But at least you know they're the fucking enemy. They're the asshole at work, the asshole at the gym, the asshole friend who won't go the fuck away, who hangs around fucking with people. At least you know he's the asshole.
Oh, isn't that called toxic masculinity? Those assholes at work? Yeah, toxic masculinity. Yeah, they coined assholes and douchebags toxic masculinity and just made it a blanket statement for all men. Oh, I'll have a video on that, trust me.
Women are pleasant and nice. They manipulate, 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 and then take all of your shit. One day you wake up and you have no fucking clue, but it just happened. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. Click subscribe, click like, click share, share with men, especially young men. We got to get them on the ball. And
young men don't listen to this shit. Okay. Oh, boy, here we go. All right, well, look. You know, for somebody like me, you know, the way that I grew up, I saw what could be coined as toxic femininity, right? But I wouldn't coin it that. You know why? Because it's on an individual basis. It was individual person. You know what I'm saying? You can't make a blanket statement, right? Because there are a lot of women that do horrendous, just evil, fucking venomous shit. But I'm not going to say it's toxic femininity. Jesus. But listen, I grew up, okay, seeing some very ugly shit, right? I had a mother and I had a stepdad, you know, and my stepdad, you know, he wasn't the most stand-up man in the world. He was he was MGTOW material because he was completely beta in that form, you know. He allowed these things to go on, right? I saw some terrible things, just physical abuse and verbal, psychological abuse that he would just stand by and take, you know. And it was fucking horrific. And it didn't make me hate women, you know. It didn't make me despise what women are. It didn't make me, you know, grandiorize what I thought women were. Grandiorize, is that the right word I was looking for? It didn't make me blanket them. It didn't make me coin a blanket statement for women. Okay, you know. As men, we have to learn to be stronger. We have to learn to understand that people are going to come at us individually and evidently now as a group, you know, for the things that just make us who we are. But when you come into a relationship, you have to stand your ground, okay? You have to stand your ground and you have to say, this is what I will and will not put up with, okay? And you also need to ask the woman the same thing. Well, what are yours? Where are your boundaries? What are your parameters? Let's come to an understanding. I think we have a real problem with communication as human beings, and not just in relationships, in many, many other things. Let's tighten up as people. Hey, do better, people. Do better, people. And that's everybody. So there's my little short MGTOW video. This is a very short, very vague thing. I'm not going that deep into it because I can expand on it much more, and maybe I will. If you enjoy this video, let me know in the comment section. Much love to everybody. Let's work some shit out here. Let's figure some shit out. Give me your opinion. Let's expand on it.
T-Pain looking bad, that don't exist like Hello Kitty's mouth. Pop the trunk and I'll pack it up. Chevrolet with a few teeth missing. Hit the spot and I'll back it up. Abracadabra, them keys shipping. And I'm like, give us free. I give us free. I'm about lost getting hair from 2 hoes unless I hit up 3. I be putting in work. People say my house look like a factory. Better run is coming after me. But they ain't gon' capture me. Man, I be putting in work. And all these bitches adore me. So if they looking for